Sometimes you see things and you don't want to be right about it. Travis Hunter is an amazing young man. I said that repeatedly, right? And it's one of those things, it was always a responsibility of the older people to try to help guide the younger people. And unfortunately, or fortunately in this situation, depending how you look at it, we're in an age where people tend to overshare, that they just don't get to share what they want us to see. It's going to be shared the things they don't want to be seen. Now, there has been a lot of talk about Travis Hunter and his fiance, and not necessarily things in the best way either. And I think as a man, I can admit I've been there before when I was around his age, maybe actually a little bit younger, when I was like 18, 19 years old, right? And I remember I had a stranger that saw what I was doing. And he was like, let me talk to you for a second, man. And then he pretty much spit game to me. He was like, look, she's using you and you're spending money, you're not getting anything, yada, yada, yada. At first, I thought he was hating. It wasn't until like 6 months later then I realized, I was like, damn, I really am being used. And that's the situation Travis is in. And just like me, I was with a party girl back then too. There's something alluring and seductive of wanting to be with a party girl. In this particular situation, Travis has the advantage of, or yeah, it's an advantage. He doesn't know how valuable he really is. And what I mean by that, not in a financial standpoint, but in a standpoint of the morals he has. Now, I can see this going one of two ways. One way, he could let this relationship and experience ruin him for future women for the rest of his life, right? Or it could be one of these things that this could help him find the woman he's really meant to be with, because Travis has fought the world in the support of his woman. It's just unfortunate part, the world seems to be more white about his woman than he is. So the next woman he's with, after he had an appropriate amount of time to heal, I could see him being an amazing partner to the right woman, the amazing husband to the right woman. Now, when it comes to Leanna Lene, her actions are pretty despicable. He's been loud and proud 5 years, all this other kind of stuff, and she just keeps throwing this man on the bus. And I know that's got to be impacting him mentally, which could potentially impact his performance when it comes to the field, his academics, and every other area of his life. She could single handedly be taking him down. Now, I do see where they have, I do see right now what they did, or where he did take down his Instagram. Uh, Hers is private, and they took down not the TikTok. Yeah, they took down the TikTok. The YouTube is still up as of right now. So when we come to these situations and we come to these crossroads, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of arguments being had right now, because I remember I said in another video, there's got to be a lot of stuff out there on her. Think about it for a second. The woman was okay being with an underage guy. That's one red flag nobody talks about. Okay. She was working at a strip club. She lied about serving drinks when she really wasn't. She had an OF. She was a party girl, a drinker. She came out her own mouth how uh, emotionally unstable or immature she is, and kind of made that now infamous comment that he can handle her. Clearly, he can. Those other guys that she's been in the DMs and at parties with, they can handle her because that's more her type. I mean, unfortunately, you can't always judge a book by its cover, right? But what you can do is use that cover to give you caution. And it seems like he threw all his caution to the wind when it comes to dealing with this woman. Man, it's crazy. If I had a woman that had a dollar sign tattooed on her ring finger, that's a red flag right there. But the other thing I found kind of interesting, when I did one of my other YouTube videos about this, um, whoever that other guy was that she was in a music video was Slim something. and he spells his name with a dollar sign. That could have been the SoundCloud rapper that she was with. It's one of those things that I really do hope whatever men are around Travis are there to support him, to give him words of encouragement, to make sure he doesn't let his opportunities fall because of a woman who just wants to prefer to be out there in the street. And again, she did prefer to be out on the street out of her own mouth because she wanted to go out. She wanted to go out and party. She wanted to, be young. She didn't have the discipline um, to be with a man of Travis' caliber. Because Travis was obviously destined for great things. He's done great. He won the Heisman. He's breaking records, and he's more like he's going to get a great NFL deal. Hang on a sec. But this right here, this should be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because if you think about it for a minute, this picture right here breaks every single rule they have that she made up for him. He can't talk to other women, right? He can't be around other women. His hands got to be in the front of him. And there's another woman, what was it? There was another situation with a woman, she got to talk to him and vice versa. Now, at first, when I saw the music video, I kind of excused it. I was like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal because maybe she was hired as a video vixen and he said that, he knew her. So if he truly knows her, he must have knew about that. So I didn't think that was that serious. The only thing I found, again, like I said, suspicious about that was the whole entire, oh, this is my, hold on a sec.